We welcome you to the first ever edition of Inside the RSC. Tonight, we preview this great matchup between Charlotte and Seattle on Wednesday night primetime, exclusively on RSC. As we get down here to the booth, my name's TK Mitch, alongside the legend, the GOAT, Noob is in your game, and Blue Thunder Rider. We thank you to everyone joining in to watch this pregame show tonight. Of course, it's been me and Noob, mostly Noob. I've worked super hard to get this up and going. First trial run tonight, and it should be a great one. Let's get started. Charlotte on one side, currently expired, a very good team who has Legendary Bowl possibilities, but right now they're only sitting, or my correction, it's actually, hold on, I'm all messed up right now. Oh my gosh, I'm all messed up. I'm fumbling right now. Charlotte, as it sits right now, does not have the points or game points to be put in a playoff spot. They're only in the play-in round 2, of course. So you do get the bye, but Blue Thunder, what are the keys for Charlotte to get the win tonight, get some game points back to possibly put themselves into a position to just be in the playoffs all in general and not have to go through the play-in?
I think they'd have to attack those open zones that Seattle has. I feel like that's an issue that they had in a couple of their losses this year.
Yeah, I'll totally agree. Charlotte has had some issues here, defensive-wise. Noob, of course, you have not been able to keep up with LFG that much, but as just a football guy in general, what do you think the keys of a game like this that holds so much value for Charlotte could be going into the final series of the regular season? Of course, you do play 4 or 5 games, something like that in a series, so you have chances to get points, but this one in primetime would be a huge opportunity. What would be the keys if you're Charlotte trying to get a win tonight?
Hey, special teams, special plays, special players, man. You have to come into this game and capitalize. You have to know what you're doing, and you, like Blue Thunder said, you have to attack the zones, and that's going to be the key to win tonight.
That is a very big key. Let's move over to the Seattle side. Seattle currently, since we're talking about positioning, sitting at a comfortable 4 with 101 GP. They should actually be 5th. They have not updated the standings because as it sits right now, Baton Rouge, after playing a game earlier, has 114 GP compared to, and Pittsburgh. They should both be over them, but I guess they haven't adjusted the standings since Seattle has not played a game yet. That's why they're looking like that. Seattle, another team that has great chances to win this Legendary Bowl this year. I mean, out of these two teams, y'all two, what stands out? Which one do you think could possibly go all the way? I mean, I know both could go all the way, but which one do y'all think has the best chance of going all the way?
I think Seattle's been a real underdog story all year, starting in Division 3 and then going 7-2 so far this season and going all the way to Division 1. And then, of course, their last game when they played Paris, they won 58-20. They dominated all 4 quarters. I think Seattle, if they can keep going on this roll, going on this path, they could have an easy path to the Legendary Bowl.
Noob, let's shift that question over to you also.
I agree with Blue Thunder. I mean, he made some great points. Charlotte, I mean, I feel like they can definitely make some moves tonight. They should make some moves. I mean, but we never know. Seattle could just, I mean, they could, we could see a upset here tonight. I mean, we never know what to expect. I don't know what to expect personally, but in my personal opinion, I think Charlotte could possibly show out tonight.
It's going to be very interesting. Of course, I don't know. I'm pretty sure Blue Thunder touched on this, but Charlotte last game they played, they beat a very, very great New York Empire team to get into Division 1. That Empire's team, they're not just some random Joes off the street. They're a great Division 1 team sitting at 7th in the league right now. So it feels like some stuff has been going right for Charlotte. And it's not a total loss yet. Of course, not like a total loss in the way, but it's not a total loss to get into that final 8 for the playoff spot. And that's going to be the big thing tonight. Let's shift over to earlier yesterday. Of course, Division 1 games always have a special feel to them. Over on Dime Video yesterday, they had a great game that the Las Vegas Jokers pulled out 48-42. And, Blue Thunder, I think you keep up with LFG pretty decently. Big Texas has not really been known as a QB around the league for Las Vegas.
No, he has not, but he showed out last night. The huge upset over Green Bay, the last minute of the game, drives down the field with 25 seconds left, just a fade ball to the left shoulder, and it just drops it in the bucket. The receiver just head tops the DB. Las Vegas pulls off the huge upset, and they just keep looking. They keep rising up every week on my board. They could be a sneaky good team come playoff time.
I'm going to say this right now, Noob, I'll get to your opinions on that game here in just a second. Noob, I'm just going to say this right now. I feel like Las Vegas, out of a lot of the teams that I've seen this year, I feel like, hot take, Las Vegas is going to go to the Final Four this year. Noob, what's your opinions on last night's game? Big Texas pulling off the big upset against Big Shooter.
I think it's funny because isn't Blue Thunder a Texas fan? Are you not, Blue Thunder?
I
Correct me
am.
if I'm wrong. He is. That's funny. But anyways, I think, yeah, last night's game was definitely a showdown. I mean, that was something special. We witnessed on Dime Video. Um, all in all, a great showcase they put on. I mean, it was a great game. Really, just I feel like tonight should be a better game, but not necessarily. I feel like it's gonna be a shootout. Definitely, it's gonna be close. I mean, neck and neck scoring for sure, but we'll see how that goes tonight.
So we'll be expired, and a big chance will expired get it done tonight, possibly trying to get a last-second push into the playoffs here in Series 4. Let's get this thing wrapped up tonight here on the first edition of Inside of RSC with tonight's selections. Of course, I won't select because I'm calling the game tonight, but I'll let y'all two select and kind of explain why. Let's start with the man, the legend on the end of the table, Noob.
So, let's see. It's gonna be a shootout. Seattle versus Charlotte here. I personally think Charlotte's gonna walk away with the win, just barely, not by a lot, but I feel like maybe a field goal or a touchdown. I feel like a touchdown, most definitely.
Blue Thunder?
I think otherwise. I think Seattle's going to take it. Seattle's just been dominating their competition all season. We've seen them just keep rising. Cashy's playing some great football. And Charlotte, yeah, they do have the win over New York, but from what I see, they don't really have that many other notable wins. I think it's also going to be a close game, but I think Seattle's going to win by 7, by a touchdown.
Very good selections right there. Well, it's just about kickoff time. We're about 5 minutes from kickoff. My name's TK Mitch, joined alongside Noob, Blue Thunder. Thank you for watching tonight's first edition of Inside the RSC. We hope to see you. Join us tonight for Charlotte and San Diego on LFG Wednesday night primetime football. For the entire RSC crew, we'll see you in about 5 minutes.
folks love more than going downtown and slumming it with the poor. They pull up in their carriages and gawk at the students in the common just to watch them talk. Take Philip Schuyler, the man is loaded. Uh-oh, but little does he know that his daughters, Peggy, Angelica, Eliza, sneak into the city just to watch all the guys.
Angelica, Eliza, and Peggy, the Schuyler sisters. Angelica, Peggy, Eliza, Daddy said to be home by sundown. Daddy doesn't need to know. Daddy said not to go downtown. Like I said, you're free to go, but look around, the revolution's happening in New York. Angelica, work. It's bad enough that he wants to go to war. People shouting in the square. It's bad enough there'll be violence on our shore. No ideas in the air. Look around, Angelica, remind me what we're looking for. She's looking for me. Eliza, I'm looking for a mind at work. I'm looking for a mind at work. I'm looking for a mind at work. Whoa, 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 work.
Ooh, there's nothing like summer in the city. Someone in a rush next to someone looking pretty. Excuse me, miss, I know it's not funny, but your perfume smells like your daddy's got money. While you slumming in the city in your fancy heels, you searching for an urchin who can give you ideals.
Sir, you disgust me.
Ah, so you've discussed me. I'm a trust fund, baby, you can trust me.
I've been reading Common Sense by Thomas Paine. So men say that I'm intense or I'm insane. You want a revolution, I want a revelation. So listen to my declaration. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal. And when I meet Thomas Jefferson, I'ma compel him to include women in the sequel. Work! Look around at how lucky we are to be alive right now. Look around at how lucky we are to be alive right now. History is happening in Manhattan, and we just happen to be in the greatest city in the world. In the greatest city in the world. 'Cause I'm the Common Sense by Thomas Paine. So let's say that I'm intense and I'm insane. You want a revolution, I want a revelation. Listen to my declaration. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal. Look around at how lucky we are to be alive right now. History is happening in Manhattan, and we just happen to be in the greatest city in the world. In the greatest city in the world. Angelica, Eliza, and Peggy, the Schuyler sisters. We're looking for a mind at work. Hey, in the greatest city, in the greatest city in the world. In the greatest city in the world.
My name is Zach Bryan, and this is the Quitting Time Tour. Thank you guys for joining us.
We welcome you to the LFG on RSC. Tonight we have a Division 1 primetime matchup. It's Charlotte, who is desperate for some points, game points to get out of the play-in and into the top 8, and it's Seattle, a major powerhouse these past couple years. As we get ready for tonight's game, it will be Charlotte to start off with the ball. Whenever we get underway, both teams getting players set. Of course, tonight, my name is TK Mitch. I will be the commentator for tonight. Most of y'all remember me as the guy from the Final Four. But we are ready to have some football. Of course, you can join the RSC Discord at discord.gg/RoseSportsCenter. And for everyone in RSC who's not in LFG, which most of y'all are, you can join at discord.gg/LFGFF. Tonight, it's Expired versus Kashi. Kashi on one side for Seattle. And Expired for Charlotte, looking to get in and out of the play-in and safely in the playoffs. While we wait, let's take a look at what we showed earlier today on Inside the RSC, the other primetime game that happened yesterday. That was on Dime Video, 2 Dime Video shoutouts for them. Pretty good company. I don't really know the owners that well, but this is what commerced yesterday. Oh, hold on. I know the reason the video ain't playing. There we go. I was about to say, I know the reason why the video ain't playing. Las Vegas would go on to score the 2-point conversion after this and win 48-42. After that great head tap catch in the left corner, Big Texas tops Big Shooter in the first primetime game of the final series. Oh, wrong thing merged onto the screen. TK Mitch moment. As we are about to get this one underway. It will be Charlotte with the ball first as we are waiting. Expired will start off with it. Expired. Not. Let me pull up the stats one more time to make sure. Timeout will be called by Expired to prevent a penalty because they are out of time or out of peak locks. So they'll have one left in the quarter. As we welcome everyone in to this LFG primetime game here tonight. Everyone piling in. Hopefully a lot of y'all saw our Inside the RSC first edition. We're going to try to bring that before all major games. Today was a test game. What do you think about Dime video stream? I didn't get to watch much of it, actually. I just, that clip ended up in the RSC staff group chat, because one of our commentators we have at RSC was on the Dime video commentary, and he was showing us his commentary after his suspension got lifted. But I didn't get to watch that game that much. I don't really watch much row football unless I stream, or if it's like the LFG playoffs. I just do extensive research whenever I need to. We are still waiting for this game to get underway, as we are smiting players left and right. Grimace is in the game, if you remember from last year, Charlotte and the Grimace. Oh, I forgot to play my thing. Hold on. We'll be right back. Hold on, I forgot to play it.
Welcome to the following presentation of the Rogue Sports Center.
Sorry, I forgot to play that. Oh my gosh. I would have been so mad if I wouldn't have played that all stream. Timeout's called by Seattle now. So both teams will have one timeout. We are still waiting for this game to commence and get underway. The LFG on RSC, as the big Jumbotron in front of us says. Glad to be back on this Wednesday night prime time. You can catch the ACFL kickoff tomorrow on RSC, bringing back some ACFL action. The OG's ACFL of RSC, even before I started working here, so. For all the newcomers in here who are coming from the LFG Discord, you can help us out by joining the Rose Sports Center Discord at discord.gg/Rose Sports Center. I am running out of things to talk about, if you couldn't tell. We are in a extensive delay. This feels like they might as well just call a weather delay at this point. Spawn some rain in. We're getting some jersey swaps after the game. That'll be quite interesting. We'll be expired to start off with the ball. We should be getting underway, and we are underway. First game in a while that RSC has done for LFG since about Series 1. It'll be expired, rolling, and running on the first play of the game, and he has a gain of 17 and a first down. So, successful first play for Charlotte to get the game started. They're going to go short. That's an 11-yard gain. And it's second down and 4. On second down and 4, expired, going to roll left and roll back right. He's actually going to roll all the way back right. Fires middle of the field, wide open, inside the 30. And Charlotte on their first drive moving down the field. They want to play out of this play-in. They do not want to have the chance of a play-in game. Expired, fires short on the right side. That is caught, avoids one tackle, can't avoid a second. So it's second down. Second down and 4. Rolling out right. Gonna step up and run. Has a first down. It's first and goal inside the 5. Or in my correction, they're actually gonna mark him all the way back at the 7. He dived inside the 5. But they gave him a bad spot, so it'll just be first and goal for Charlotte. Gonna look middle of the field. Expired, goes down. From the 7 to the 10. A 3-yard sack will make it second down and goal. Inches away from the end zone. Expired, looking to throw and rolling right. 2-man rush. It feels like no one's on him. What great blocks by the Charlotte team. Fires short, dives into the end zone, could not turn the corner, and it's third and goal. Third down and goal, screen pass, did not get there. Stopped at the LOS, and it's fourth and goal. From the 1-yard line. A chance for an early goal line stand. Rolling left, lobs, end zone, he got jammed, it's incomplete. Turnover on downs, but it's going to be a tricky situation to get out of if you're Seattle. They're marked all the way back at their own 1. Three-man rush, gonna fire short, incomplete. Receiver jumped over the ball, so second down. Another play from the 1-yard line. Gonna get a new play. Gonna look, 3-man rush, has to fire fast, he's got him! It'll be third down, but luckily they're off the 1-yard line. Halfway through this first quarter, no score yet. 3-man rush, 1 drops back there, gonna fire down the sideline, it's caught! First down conversion on third down. Kashi gonna look to throw. Of course, if you remember, that's incomplete. 2 short seasons ago, Kashi and the Cinderella story of San Francisco, the 26th seed from the second round of the play-in, going to the Elite 8 before they would drop a very heartbreaking game, an interception in the end zone to lose it. That's cut for 7, and it's third down and short from just about the 43. Looking. Kashi rolling right. 2-man rush, gonna fire middle of the field. He's got him! Inside Charlotte territory! Still waiting for the first touchdown of the game, or the first points considerably. Kashi's gonna roll left, fire middle of the field. He's got him! Touchdown, Seattle! PAT to make it 7-0. It is good. So Charlotte will get the ball back. Hello, UF Barstool. As they're going to have to return this, and he'll only get to the 11-yard line. The game kind of screwed him right there. As it's just over a minute to play in this first quarter. It's 7-0 Seattle. Going to take a shot downfield and has him across the 50. 1 minute left in this first quarter. It's been an entertaining one so far. Expired, looking to throw. Going to step up and throw. It's tipped and incomplete. No, you don't. No. Gonna roll right on second down and 15. Expired. He's gonna step up and run, and he's out of bounds after a 10-yard gain. I'll read you a bedtime story. How about that one? 3rd down and 5. Looking. Expired. Finds Grimace for an 11-yard gain. If you remember last season, the Grimace scandal in the Sweet 16. All of the Grimaces on the field before Charlotte would unfortunately lose in the playoffs. New played halfway through by Expired, so probably no admin abuse upcoming. Expired, gonna look, fire short, that is caught on 1st down and 10. Coming to the end of this first quarter, trying to get the blocks, but it'll be 2nd down. That'll bring us to the end of the first. We'll go to the second. It's 7-0 Seattle. Here on the LFG on RSC. Expired, looking, 3-man rush. Gonna fire, back in zone. He's got him! Touchdown, Charlotte! And the infamous score. Chance to knot us at 7. And the PAT's blocked, so we will stay 7-6. Yeah, there's LFG branding all over the place. It's on the scoreboard, it's on the Jumbotron, it's on the watermark. I mean, same with RSC, we have the RSC branding kind of everywhere. 1st down and 15, he's gonna fire short, that's caught for a 12-yard gain. Yeah, someone could think it's ACFL, which, good point. ACFL, RSC, tomorrow! And that game will air exclusively on RSC. The matchup's still to be determined. RSC will get back in the groove of things streaming ACFL. It will be... Oh my gosh, y'all made me lose my train of thought. Koshi throws an interception! First mistake of the game! By Seattle! So Charlotte will have the ball. It's expired. 2-man rush. Has all day. Great blocks. Wide open. Inside the 20. A minute gone by here in the second quarter. Expired, looking to throw. He's going to roll right and roll all the way back left. Still scanning to find something. Fires short. Inside the goal line. Could not get there, but 1st and goal. From the inch marker. Handoff. He dives in. Touchdown, Charlotte. They have the lead. Phasing his way into the end zone. They're going to go for 2. Timeout called by Seattle. Their last. Here with 3:40 here in the second quarter. It is 12-7. Charlotte's still going to go for 2, trying to make this a 7-point game. 10 on the play clock. Still has not got it off yet. 5 on the play clock. He's going to take it all the way down before High can get it expired. He's going to lob into the end zone. It's good. 7-point game. That'll be a touchback, so... Here with 3:39 in the second quarter. What can Koshi do after he goes down 7 for the first time? That's just how good the RSC API is. It just knows what's about to happen. That's caught. He'll get down to the 40. The RSPN API just knows what's coming before the play happens. 3 minutes here in the second quarter. I forgot to put the downs on. It's first down and 15 from the 40. Kashi looking to throw, trying to tie this game. Dangerous pass, that's caught by Score. And another first down. They keep moving the sticks downfield. Looking to throw, Kashi on his right side. That one's short, and 11. Looking to throw, fires, middle of the field, it's caught! Touchdown, Seattle! And a chance to tie us at 14! PAT to tie the game, it's good! 2 minutes and 17 seconds, I should say. Here in the second, a low-scoring affair so far for an LFG game. This one's in the end zone and it'll go through for a touchback, so Charlotte will have the ball from the 20-yard line. LFG views counts in the regular season have definitely gone down a lot, but they'll shoot back up for the playoff. That's Grimace with a 14-yard gain. Yeah, they have been kind of low here recently, but they usually shoot back up for the playoffs and play in. What are we at, 22? That's alright. 11-yard gain, it'll be second down and 1 from the 50. Or from the 45. I thought he was all the way out to 50. That's my bad, y'all. Coming up on 1 minute and 30 left to play in this first half. Expired, rolling right. Gonna fire a crossbody, that is caught. And a big hit, but he was already on the ground. We might have CSX joining us here in just a minute, if he wants to hop on stream. As that's Grimace caught for a short yard gain, but he's going to make it a big gain. CSX will be joining us. Trying to get a hold of him real fast. CSX, welcome in.
Thank you.
I'll get you that. Give me one second. Fortunately, CSX could not join us for inside of the RSC, but he can join us here for this final second half of this so far so good primetime game. Tied at 14. Gonna fire crossbody into the end zone. It is incomplete. So it's a 3rd down and 6 upcoming. CSX, if you'll just let me know when you're in the game.
Yeah, I'm loaded in. Quick one thing. I don't know if you saw the game last night.
Oh, we've been talking about it.
Crazy finish.
We talked about it on Inside of the RSC. And a little bit before this game started. 3rd down and 6. Gonna run. Has an 8-yard gain. And a first down. So 1st and goal for Charlotte. Expired, gonna use his last time out of the half. Of course, he lost one, trying to set his team early in the game.
No timeouts here, either side.
With 17 seconds, Expired's gonna look to throw. You have to put some stuff in the end zone. It's caught! Touchdown, Charlotte!
Nice play. Late for the half. No pressure comes. That's Sulmas. Nice cut to his right. and makes the open catch for the score 1-on-1 in that end zone.
PAT is no good, so it will be 20-14. Here, with 13 seconds, Seattle will get a chance. To score.
No timeouts here. Got to prioritize the sidelines. Probably going to come down to one play here, one throw up to the end zone.
So more than likely, this will be the final play of the half. They're going to send 4, so there's going to be more blue jerseys in the end zone. It's going to make it just about to the 10. It is caught. He could not get there, though. So the half will end.
That's crazy. Go take a look. They bring all the pressure. So much pressure was applied that when he throws this ball up, it just cannot make it into the end zone.
(20-14) our score here at the half. Good to have CSX join us. Of course, he didn't get to see much of the first half, but man, CSX, we got a good one.
Supposing only 2014, probably didn't miss much. Only a few touchdowns. Glad to be back, though. Glad to be back.
It is fun to be back. Dynamic duo. We'll get this second half underway. Of course, Seattle not really affected that much. They will, they'll get the ball back, so that end of the half drive won't really come back to bite them that much of not scoring on that Hail Mary.
Nice block off the edge.
That is caught for a short, and it's going to be an 8-yard gain, so second down and short upcoming.
32 green. Nice block. Keeping that play going. Another one.
Second down and 7. Gonna fire downfield. That is caught. Score with the 34-yard gain into Charlotte territory. Kashi looking to throw. Fire short. 3-yard gain. So second down and long upcoming.
Quickly going back to the last play. That's open. Deep fold left is covering deep down the field, and a deep short left as well, covering short. It leaves it wide. It's wide open again, honestly. Good coverage this time.
Fires outfield, man open. He overthrew him, so it's incomplete, and third down and 12 will be looming.
Right now, I mean, watch the left sideline because there's only 2 defenders over there, and Washington is putting 3. It's leaving a man open.
Middle of the field. He's got him. Fakes the knee and gets back up. It's first down and goal.
It honestly looks like the defender kind of bites off.
Gonna run and goes nowhere. Second down and goal for Kashi. Looking, fires short, caught, dives, end zone, touchdown! Seattle! Tie game!
Great strike back. It's covered pretty well, but taking a good cut route to the ball, diving back in. Extra point for the lead.
This one drifting towards that left upright, but it'll sneak in, so Seattle has reclaimed the lead. Here to start this second half. Already entertaining one drive through. It'll be Expired's chance to get it. Of course, CSX Expired, they had a good team last year, but right now, as it sits, they are in the second round of the play-in. They would have to play one play-in game to make the playoffs, but with some big Division I game point opportunities, a chance to put them back into just being in the playoffs and not having to play no play-in games. On first down and 15, that is caught along the sideline for a 35-yard gain.
Nice catch. Tight window over on that left side. He's able to make the grab. That's timeout here. That's Seattle.
Seattle's first of 3. Not exactly sure why they took it this early. I don't have chat open. Maybe, oh, I think they're maybe getting a person in or something. Yeah, I think one of their players lagged out. After the game, you can join us on Inside of RSC post-game show. It'll be me, CSX, and Blue Thunder to recap all that happened in tonight's game and much more around the LFG as we wrap up Series 4 and the LFG regular season about to move into the play. And that's a very fun time for me and you, CSX. We cover a lot of games together that are very fun, very entertaining also. We've called some great games together.
So I can't wait for this post-game show. A lot to talk about. I feel like we might need to emphasize the game of last night, though, because that was unbelievable.
I got the clip. I got the game-winning touchdown clip up from when we showed it on the pregame show. So I'll let you break that down when we get to the post-game show. I'm sure you're going to have a real fun time with that one. We're still waiting to admin someone before we get back underway. CSX will fill in for Noob. Noob, unfortunately, is going to be working on the highlights. Following this game, you can find all highlights from RSC. We're starting to do highlights again on the Rose Sports Center YouTube channel. That is Rose Sports Center on YouTube. Be first down and 15 when we get this game back underway. Charlotte on the move, CSX, in Seattle territory at the 45.
Long delay.
Might as well pull the tarp out like baseball. Weather delay. Back underway. Be expired. He's looking to throw. All the way on his right side. Gonna fire down the sideline. What a grab! Down the sideline! No one will touch him! A walk-in touchdown for Charlotte!
I don't know why. It always just seems the right side just always seems to be open. I mean, even with 3 safeties back, they're just not able to cover the sidelines, and here we go. Might be a screen here.
2-point conversions intercepted, so it's going to be a 5-point game.
I like the play design there. You want to fake the screen and throw it up for grabs. That's a good play, honestly. It didn't work out, but I mean, I would go back. If you needed to go back to it later in this game, that's a play I would go to, honestly.
And they might need to go back to it without this game shaping out to be a good one. He's going to try to get the blocks on that outside. He's retrieving a lot, though, all the way back to his own 10. He's going to just take a dive for Faith to try to get some yards back.
He could have just taken a knee in the end zone as well, get 3 yards closer, but that also works, I guess.
Going to fire short. That is cut. First defender misses, so you'll end up getting 10 out of that. Second down at 5. Kashi rolling right. Fires down the sideline. That is cut for a 36-yard gain.
Nice pass. He leaves it out there. Let your receiver make a play. That's what he does. No chance of an INT.
CSX, I don't know if you remember. You might, as that's a sack for 5. 2 short seasons ago on some LFG madness back in March. Kashi, the 26 seed San Fran in that Elite 8. That great game that they had against Indianapolis that they ended up dropping on that last-second interception. I'm getting some game lag, but as that one's tipped, what a swat. CSX, do you remember that game?
I'm also getting a little bit of game lag.
I know the server's laggy a little bit. You remember that game, though, with Kashi versus Bloop? Indianapolis, San Fran, 26 versus 19.
One of the weirdest games I ever watched. It was like 26-19, the final. Whole bunch of missed PATs.
It was the Elite 8, the 26 seed versus the 19 seed, 2 underdogs. As he will walk in for a Seattle touchdown. He just got wide open.
I don't even know how he got. I mean, there's just.
Okay, that should fix it.
You're offline.
Okay, I think we're back online now. Unless it just doesn't start streaming.
All right, we're back. Yeah, it works.
Okay, we're back.
Yeah, we're back.
Alright, good. 36 to
TK,
33.
the stream right now is just being bungalow right now. Just crashing out
Okay.
and just not working.
And it's not my PC this time. It's literally the Twitch server not working with the vMix server right now. Like, it's another problem that I'm trying to fix, but it's like, oh, he's gonna walk in for a Charlotte touchdown.
God, he gets wide open here. Good pass. He hoopasangs around those defenders. Charlotte takes the lead.
PAT is good. It is 40 to 36. 3:09 in this fourth quarter. Charlotte in need of a win. Seattle kind of comfortably in the playoffs. Not really, no desperation. As long as they win 1 or 2, this series they'll be not playing nothing. Expired's going to use the timeout. Weird decision in my opinion, CSX. I don't know why. Maybe a player lagged out, but he'll have 2 left.
But this server's been bad.
Yeah, and it's so
Server
confusing.
has not been good.
Server's
It
bad.
kinda, honestly, the server, the server's kind of just been like jelly mold tonight. Just not been good.
And you know, CSX, what's so funny is I'll stream like HCBB or Ultimate Football with no lag, and then as soon as I load into this stupid game, FF3, everything just hits the gutter. Maybe I have like a TK Mitch curse with like FF3 or something. I'm not exactly sure, but maybe FF3's giving me my sign to like retire from LFG. Early retirement from LFG. Keep in mind, we'll have the RSC inside of RSC, LFG postgame show. Following this with myself, Blue Thunder, and the man CSX. Expired uses another timeout. Reminder, you can join the RSC Discord at discord.gg/RoseSportsCenter. And if most of y'all should be, if not all, you can join LFG at discord.gg/LFGFF, I should say. It's been a bad day for the people who have stream pings. They got 3 straight. 3 today.
Oh, man.
Pretty bad day for them, but good thing Noob has wanted RSC to put more streams on YouTube. That should fix a lot of problems, because as much as YouTube is a weirder platform, not really for streaming as much as Twitch, for vMix-wise, YouTube is a lot better.
100%. Honestly, Twitch can be kind of persnickety sometimes, just not working or messing up. I use YouTube pretty much a lot, but
yeah, they're ingest.
Yeah.
Like, why do I have to have an ingest server to stream from vMix to Twitch? That makes no sense. Why can't I just put in my stream key and click stream? Why do I gotta go look up Twitch ingest server, find which one's closest to me, and all this? YouTube, on the other hand, I just gotta put in the stream key and everything works.
Shouldn't hopefully be back under play here.
Play
Ready to
clocks
go. No timeouts.
Yeah,
What
for
in the
sure.
world?
A weird play. Man was on his head, but hey, what works, CSX.
It does.
Heck, run it again. Middle's wide open. Gosh, he's gonna look to throw, rolling out right, and has a 6-yard gain, so it'll be 3rd down and short upcoming. Just under 3 minutes left to play in this fourth.
He could go up again, go up the middle. He'll motorboat right up the middle, get the first down. I mean, it is easy. 3 straight runs, just motorboating his way onto the line to gain.
2 runs, get him the first, or 3 runs, I should say, got him the first down. Looks like Charlotte's gonna kind of play the run better this time. Instead, he's just gonna take the short pass and has an 8-yard gain.
It's fine. I mean, you got the clock. If you can get this ball past like the 40, it'll be applesauce. Just try and score.
You don't want to leave too much time either, though, for Charlotte to have a chance to score. He's gonna go down!
Oh! Nice sack. That brings up a lot of pressure here. 3rd down, got to get past the 50.
3rd down and long. On 3rd and 17, has to find Magic. It's intercepted!
Nice diving play. Looking for 21 Green, but really underthrown. Sulmas dives and gets the interception, and here we go. They can 2-possession lead for a score right here.
Looking expired on a much-needed win on primetime. That is caught short. Has the sideline trying to get blockers. Inside the 15, it looks like he's going to waste clock smartly instead of scoring.
Nice play. Good blocks. Opportunity. They can let the clock roll, too. Score puts you up 2 possessions here.
They can milk it to a certain point. I thought you could only milk to the play clock under 10 unless it's under a minute. It's going to be a little bit of a weird. That's an inside route. He's going to take the knee. Timeout. There it is.
They got 1 remaining. With the 1 minute, you have to use the timeout with the 1 minute warning.
So they lose a timeout for no reason. 2nd down and 6. Expired, looking on his left side. They send a 3-man rush on the out route. He did not get there.
Wow, he got succotash along that right sideline, laid out and short of the line to gain. Great hit.
No timeouts either side. 46 seconds and 3rd and an inch. Handoff. 1st down, and that should do it.
Nice. That's the game. He bungees his way, diving across the line. No timeouts to go. Charlotte's going to take this one.
Gonna take the knee. He's got to take it one more time before the game's over. But Charlotte has the big win that they needed. They still got work to do to get them out of the play-in, but CSX, man, they can go to sleep tonight feeling good about this one.
Sure can. What a finish.
Time will expire. It's over. 40-36 our final. Charlotte gets the upset over Seattle. Of course, you can find the post-game show after this. We are about to get that underway, so we're going to end coverage here, and we are going to get the post-game show up in about, I would say, 3 to 4 minutes. Be right back. We welcome you to the RSC LFG Inside of RSC post-game show. What a game we just had here between Seattle and Charlotte. Charlotte gets it done in very weird fashion. A game-winning interception. Oh my gosh, I have double audio on. If you heard that, that's my bad. I'm joined alongside. Of course, Noob could not join us, but we have the legend still, CSX, alongside Blue Thunder. And my name is TK Mitch. We get you set. Let's talk a little bit about tonight's game. Seattle comes out strong. They force an interception. They go up early. But after that, it was the Charlotte show. CSX, what's your thoughts on the Charlotte second half and into the first half showing?
They had a great second half, but I think what took them this game, we're going to go back to that interception. Great interception, great read. Quarterback kind of just spoon-handled, threw it short, gave it up, and perfect by Charlotte closing out that game. That's how you close out a game. They didn't do nothing dumb, and they quickly got down the field and ended the game. They did what they have to do. You don't have to win by 1,000 points, but all you got to do is get a win, and they get a big one tonight with their playoff hopes as well.
Blue Thunder, I know you only made some of the game, but what do you think about that Charlotte second half showing to end that first half? Charlotte second half showing to end that first half.
I feel like they executed on every phase tonight. They really surprised me all game. I thought Seattle was just going to come in and be the better team, and for the first half, they were that better team. But then Charlotte changed a couple things. They were hitting on offense, they were hitting on defense, and then got that game-winning interception, of course, to seal it.
Tonight's separation was that interception. Going in, New picked Seattle. Or Charlotte. Blue Thunder, you picked Seattle. Your pick ended up wrong. But for Charlotte tonight, that means that they will get some good game points. They really needed them. They are currently sitting about 12th last time I checked in the standings. Of course, this expired team, they have the firepower to win a championship. They're actually sitting at, I think they might have already changed the leaderboard. I think they did change the leaderboard, yeah. Charlotte has moved into the playoffs. I would like to announce Charlotte officially, after their showing tonight, has moved into the playoffs. What's y'all's first initial thoughts about that?
They played a good game tonight. I mean, they deserved it. They left it all out there. I just think Seattle had a chance to win the game, and they just ink blocked it. I mean, they had an opportunity, but the interception, that's just not a good pass. And I think you got to understand the point of the game with the timeout situation as well, how to play down the finish line, because this could have been a game Seattle could have won, but they just didn't come through tonight. Going on with Charlotte, they deserve it. I mean, defense wins championships, and making those defensive plays at the end of the game, big interceptions will always be big. Of course, it was big last night. I would love to go talk about that as well with Shooter game, but perfect example right there. Shooter throws an interception, and he does not touch the ball for the rest of that game, and it would lead up for him taking a loss.
I would like to say that gutsy play, the 3 plays that ended the game, the first down, second down, and the third down in inches. Charlotte not to fold under pressure right there. With everything that was happening with Charlotte from being in Division 2 to barely moving up to being out of the playoffs to go out it after the interception, Seattle still having timeouts plus the 1-minute warning, and just the grit and grind to finish that game really shows that Charlotte is trying to do everything that they can to prove that they should be in the Legendary Bowl.
100%.
Yeah.
It's a left-hand thread. I mean, Charlotte going out there playing just amazing. Amazing going out there. But defense is the biggest part, and they can be Legendary Bowl contenders. I think tonight showed that. They played a good Seattle team, and they did what they had to do. And the question, I think now, can you stay consistent? If they can stay consistent and continue winning games, it could potentially be there for Charlotte.
Charlotte's last 2 wins have just been incredible. First beating New York by 7, the Empire. That was a massive win that moved them up to Division 1, and then this solidifying their spot in the playoff. This is a scary team.
I would just like to add on that win against the Empire. That's not just no normal, like, below average team. That's a New York Empire team who's looking to make a run into the Legendary Bowl. They sit at 8th. They fell back a little bit because of the win. But that New York Empire team, they were in the Elite 8 last year. That New York Empire team is a sneaky, and Charlotte went out there and beat them. They come out here tonight. They beat another great Seattle team in Kashi. Kashi's been to the playoffs multiple times. Me and CSX covered an Elite 8 game with Kashi 2 seasons ago. To come out here, everyone collapsing on you and expired. You made the Elite 8 last year, on the brink of being put in the play-in this year, and you go out there and win. Just shows huge confidence on Wednesday Night Football primetime. I know we wanted to talk about a little bit about last night's game, so let's just go ahead and look at the play from last night's game. That, of course, we didn't have no game-winning touchdown today, but last night there was a game-winning touchdown. I don't think I have the clip set to... Oh, I do have it set to the right part. CSX, if you want to talk about it a little bit.
Yeah, let's take a look at this play. We're going back looking at the replay right now. Great game. I was in the corner, one-on-one on the outside. Those two are in a bubble bath. They throw the ball up for grabs, and he comes down with it and makes an amazing grab. But I think the talk of that game was how the 4th down rule worked. I said it in that game. I was the one commentating on for that game. How you were going to win was not letting Shooter touch the ball. In that game, in that 4th quarter, he was on the sidelines taking a bubble bath. He never got to touch the ball because the offense just kept making plays and just coming out of nowhere, making amazing grabs. And, of course, Yen with the touchdown reception, but that is how Green Bay lost last night. Not letting Shooter touch the ball. And if your offense, because honestly, as much as defense can win, if you're only down, because this Las Vegas team down 3 possessions at one point, they came all the way back to win this game. I mean, that is unbelievable. And on the throw, that's a risky throw. Personally, I disagree with throwing the ball up in that situation because you already had you were down by 2. I thought they were just going to run it out and try a field goal, but that is so risky of throwing an interception there and potentially costing the game. But I mean, it works out. But that game, you would have to just watch that entire 4th quarter. It's on Dime Video. I would highly suggest just coming out of nowhere, just players making grabs and just running for their lives, and somehow, like on 4th and 25, just throwing the ball up for grabs with the game on the line and coming down with it. I mean, it was insane. And the way they came back and won that game, that was a potential, in my opinion, Game of the Year candidate.
CSX, I do have a question for you. Do you think this game could have a different outcome if these two teams met in the playoffs?
100%. What you didn't see in that game, though, a little irrelevant. Green Bay was actually talking a lot of trash in the chat. I had the chat open that was Ty. He was the one producing, but I had the chat open the whole time. They couldn't see it. But Green Bay was talking a lot of crap. They were putting pressure on them. But playoffs is always a different spotlight. You got a lot of people watching, and it's always just when you're in the playoffs, of course, you always got that nerve in you and that one pass. This could 100% though be a different outcome in the playoffs. 100%.
Yeah, I do agree with what you said. One mistake in the playoffs is your season. Regular season, you can afford to make 3 or 4 losses and make the playoffs, make the play-in, something like that. But in the playoffs, 1 loss, you're out. So nerves are 100% much higher in the playoffs.
I would just like to add in the gut from that Las Vegas team. Big Texas, not really a known quarterback around this LFG community yet. At least to me, in my couple years, like 2 years of streaming, I haven't really seen Big Texas. The gut for him to come into a Division I primetime game and pull off a win like that against Big Shooter, the battle of the bigs, Big Shooter versus Big Texas, to win like that, I said this in the pregame show, I personally got Las Vegas in the Final Four, if not going to the Legendary Bowl. Take that to the bank.
No, not at all. Not at all.
You don't agree?
No, not at all. Not
Oh.
not at all. This is not a team. This is not a team that I don't think would make it. I know they had the great win, but I think Las Vegas, they got lucky. I'm going to say they got lucky on some plays last night. This was a game they could have lost. They got a little bit lucky. I see Las Vegas maybe winning one playoff game.
As it sits, they are currently in the play-in. So, actually, instead, I'm going to move them to my sleeper pick. You know what? I wasn't really looking at the standings before. I'm going to move Las Vegas to my sleeper pick. And you know what? While we're talking about sleeper picks, you know, let's just ask y'all too. What are y'all's sleeper picks? Let's start with CSX.
Oh boy. My sleeper pick right now. I don't really have a sleeper pick. I mean, I think Green Bay is the clear-cut team. I think you can't go against
let's
Shooter.
change
But
it to who do we personally have thinking that we're gonna wins the championship this year? Let's
I
change
think
that.
Fayetteville always shows up come playoff time. They have experience in the playoffs. I may not watch much LFG, but I know that they are a team that shows up come playoff time, and they're going to put on a good show every single playoff. I think they can easily make a run to the Final Four.
Fayetteville is sitting at 9 right now.
It depends who they play. It depends who they play. If you got an easy path, if you have an easy path, yeah. Fayetteville is a good team.
NV Corps, season
But
50 Legendary Bowl champions.
But I think Green Bay is a lot better.
Green Bay is the top team in the league right now. By a lot. Green Bay's the top team by 8 game points right now. Which is a decent bit.
This is gonna be a dominant run. They're gonna sweep the competition. They're gonna leave their opponents with some green teeth after they destroy them.
Think Shooter?
In
You
the
really?
playoffs.
You think Shooter's gonna do it?
I think he will. He didn't have a good game last night. And
So he's proven that that sometimes he doesn't have good games. He's proven it. He's proven that
I know.
He's proven that he can't beat the weaker opponents. Come to the playoffs, he's gonna lose to the harder opponents.
But they got lucky. They got lucky. I'm gonna say there was some. They were good, but there were some plays they got lucky on every night.
Everyone can get lucky on nights.
I think Shooter has the easy ride to the championship. I think this team their defense is really good. Their offense is really good. They're overall a really good team. They're probably going to be the Michigan Wolverines of the 2026 March Madness tournament. 1 seed, just absolutely dominating the competition.
Green Bay will get to select first on who they want to play come playoff selection time if they still are the #1 team in the LFG. Moving down, let's just take a look at a couple final scores tonight. We were talking about how good that New York team was, or I was. Final score tonight from New York, Madison knocks them down 51-47. That's what puts their game points down to 8 on the verge line of that playoffs. Gainesville picks up the W against Buffalo. Gainesville currently not in the playoff picture. So isn't Buffalo. That's a Division 4 game. I don't know why I'm talking about that. Down to Division 3, Indianapolis picks up the win 53-22 over Allentown. In Division 2, Baltimore, the defending Super Legendary Bowl runner-ups. They absolutely obliterate Baltimore, or I cannot speak. Baltimore obliterates Hartford 62-27. Long Island picks up the W over Austin 61-34. And in one of the final Division 2 matches of the night, H-Rupt in New Orleans pick up the win over Wilmington 57-48. That is tonight's rundown of Division 1 through 3's final scores. Any game in that selection kind of speak to you, CSX? Besides, of course, our game tonight?
Going back and taking a check at them right now. I'll take a look at that Madison and New York game.
That is pretty big.
I think something to look at is always the quarterback numbers. And in this one, Supporter and MZ, pretty similar. But it's always that one or two interceptions that make the difference in a game. The question is, going into the playoffs, how will these teams avoid throwing interceptions? The turnovers is the biggest issue out of all. And the only way you can counter that is by throwing a lot of touchdowns and having good defense. The only team, in my opinion, that can do that is Green Bay and Shooter. Because Shooter is kind of, I took a look, he is kind of top in interceptions, but he throws the ball a lot and he doesn't play passive. So he knows he can play well. So that's why throwing interception for him might not be as costly as his opponent. And that's why I'm so locked in on Green Bay. Just look at the interceptions. But out of those games, not really many of them intrigue right now. I think once we hit that play-in mark, it's always when you get in the play-in and you see these teams come out of nowhere. I mean, these teams come out of left field nowhere. I mean...
26 seed San Francisco 2 seasons ago in the Elite Eight.
Exactly, there's one. Indianapolis going to the final, playing Boise.
Yep.
Like, wasn't that like a SpongeBob matchup? I mean, that came so unexpectedly. And they didn't even play bad either. I mean, I guess a game San Francisco could have won as a 26 seed. So I think it comes down to the point of, can your quarterback come down and play? Because if he can, if your quarterback can keep up with any other top quarterback, you're fine. That's all that matters pretty much. And if you can go to the fourth quarter down by max 2 scores, or maybe 3, it puts you in chance. So that's why I can't wait for these play-in games, because expect the unexpected.
CSX, and talking about some teams that are sneaky, we got to look fully at this Division 1. We've talked about New York, Charlotte, Seattle, Minneapolis, and Green Bay. Those are, of course, your top teams. But we got to think the Legendary Bowl, defending Legendary Bowl champions sitting at 5, Sergey and Pittsburgh sitting at 6, Tampa sitting at 4. It feels like those teams don't get the attention like the others, and I could very well believe that, Leonard and Baton Rouge can put together another run to this Legendary Bowl sitting there at 5.
They can. 5 is not a bad seed to be in, honestly. Seeding is also a very important thing.
That also determines when you pick what team you want to play out of the play-in.
Yeah. I think, I'm just trying to vision this. What makes them sit at the 5? How many games have they lost so far?
They're 6-4. They actually have more GP than the 2 seed. So I'm not sure if it's because of the record that's holding them back or what, but they're sitting at 114 GP, which should be good for second, but for some reason they're at 5. I really think they should be number 2, right up there with Green Bay. Just their record doesn't really show it like Green Bay's. And
just trying to think.
And definitely a team that I don't feel like gets attention is Pittsburgh. They've been in Division 1 for 3 straight weeks now. 3 straight series they've been in Division 1, and I don't feel like they get the attention. Blue Thunder, I know you keep up with LFG pretty decently. Have you felt like Pittsburgh or Tampa or Baton Rouge has been getting the attention that they deserve? Like, I just don't feel like they have.
Yeah, I don't think Baton Rouge has gotten many primetime games this season, and I think they're a pretty decent team.
The defending Legendary Bowl champs getting put.
Talk about a nose ring team. I mean, it's It's so hard, though. It's so hard to pick against Shooter. Because, yeah, these teams are so good, but... And enough with the Shooter glaze. I know. But this team is just so well balanced that...
Obviously not
even
last
though they're
night.
out here... TK,
Obviously not last night.
I'm going to say they were not trying 100% last night.
Are you
I'm gonna
going
say
with
they
the
were not
excuse
trying
bus?
100%.
Are we going with the excuse bus?
I am fully on board. I'm fully on board with Green Bay. Fully on board with them. And all these other teams, yes, they are good, but the easiest path always sits in the one. And when you have a dominant team in the one, when a dominant team locks in, and that's what they're most likely going to lock in after taking a bad loss here, I want to be shocked if they win their next game big time. Like, and if they don't, we can go back and we can clown me on this for having one of the worst takes. But I'm a pretty good I'm a pretty good expert, I guess you could say, when it comes to LFG, because there's a picture I want to show you. This was, I think, from 2 seasons ago. I would love for the producers to put this on the screen here. I'm gonna pull it up right now.
I got you. I'll put it on the screen.
I'm gonna put this up right now. This was from, I think, Boise and Indianapolis, the game you were talking about. And I was in the pregame of this broadcast with those from Ruby Sports, and I was joined with Jordan and Cowboy Crab. And I can show this on the screen right here.
We're getting it.
See me on the right.
We're getting it up. I got you. It's getting there. It's getting there. Images. All right, it's up.
Okay, so here we go. Take a look at this. The guy who picked Boise. And what I said, I also said Boise would win by 2 possessions. What happened? Boise won by 2 possessions.
Are we really going to give them 2 possessions? A touchdown as time expired?
Nope,
Are we really giving them that?
That's
we really giving them
stuff.
that?
That's 2 possessions. Stephen A. Mitch, that's 2 possessions.
Are we giving them that?
And I also said they're going to win by defense. They have a dominant defense. What they do, they played that nasty man defense, and they shut down Indianapolis.
Now, what happens in the case that Green Bay just flunks in round 1? They just lose their game.
Green Bay is not going to flunk in round 1. They get to pick
This
their
is
opponent.
what I'm hearing a lot of.
They're going to pick, like, some... Get that off the screen.
This is what I'm hearing a lot of.
I don't even know.
I'm hearing a lot of this.
Green Bay is one of the top teams. We can take this off the screen. Green Bay will not get first rounded. Green Bay will make it farthest. The least farthest they would make. So I'm saying in words that they're going to pretty much going to make it here is the Final Four. They're going to go to the Final Four. The only way that they cost
and they're going to get exposed again in the Final Four. They're going to get exposed again in the Final Four.
They're not going to get exposed again.
Vegas is not going to make it far in these playoffs. You saw that they beat Green Bay. And
yeah, your best team got beat, and you're saying Vegas ain't going far.
Receivers. Vegas relied on 2 receivers.
And Green Bay relies on their quarterback.
And who came out on
70% one receiver. And that's all they did. And they got 4th and 25s, and the 4th and 25 percentage usually ain't that much. But on one of the 4th and 25s, a diving catch with 2 defenders in the area. Like, that doesn't happen on a normal. They had a good night, and they got lucky that night.
And what if a team gets lucky against Green Bay in the playoffs?
Because that's not going to happen because they play good defense.
Then what happened last night? If they play good defense, then what happened last night?
Because Shooter did not get to touch the ball. Shooter did not get to... He threw that 1 interception. He's always worth 1 interception a game for some reason. I don't know why. But that's because he throws the ball like 40,000 times a game.
That could cost them early in the playoffs. They could not go as far.
But he's not going to throw an interception against these no-name teams. He might throw 1, but every time he touches the ball, he scores. It's rare that he doesn't.
So we just gonna shift back to last year's Final Four when everyone thought they were gonna be Baltimore in the Final Four, and then he just got absolutely blown out?
That was a fluke.
It was a fluke. The Final Four was a fluke.
That result was a fluke.
What?
We don't even talk about live. This is a different year. This team is way better this year.
They're the same team.
They're way better. The competition is going to be different. That's what's going to be different. Competition and momentum. Let them.
They're going to have to go up against H-Rup, Leonard, expired again.
And you know what they're going to do? They're going to win, no matter what.
You heard it here first, folks. Let's look at something kind of interesting. Juss and Champ. Champ possibly return to LFG. He's leaking at it here recently with DM saying he has the FF itch again. What's our first reactions to possibly Champ coming back? One of the greatest, the greatest player in LFG history.
Well, you always got that greasy armpit, a little bit of rust when you return to the game. But it's kind of just like riding a bike once you get used to it. It'll take him probably, if he does return, it might just take him a second just to get back to normal. But when you're known as one of the best, you got a lot of expectations. But I think it's a good return for him, and it's good for the league.
If he returns, that would be some definitely scary. Champ, known as the greatest player in LFG history. Well, we got any closing thoughts here tonight? After we had a
Go Green Bay!
You heard it here first. CSX doing some kissing butt on Green Bay.
Put it on the screen right now. That Green Bay. Put it in text. From quoted, Green Bay will go to the championship and win this year.
I think it's Mexico City.
For TK Mitch, CSX, and Blue Thunder, that is all we have from inside of RSC. We hope to see you again for the play-in round. From Studio B, Green Bay, greatest team in the league according to CSX. Champ possibly coming back. Our final score, Charlotte 40, Seattle 36. Goodbye.